Not all AI is the same. Some AI already exists, and it became part of our daily life. Some AI is still theoretical, and some forms of AI only exist in science fiction. So, in this video, we are going to break down the 7 types of AI in the simplest way possible. We can commonly classify artificial intelligence into 2 ways. The first is based on capability. In other words, how intelligent the system is. The second is based on functionality. We can consider how the system behaves and what it can do. When we combine these 2 classifications, we can get 7 different types of AI. Let's first understand AI types based on its capabilities. The first type is Narrow AI, also called weak AI. Narrow AI is designed to perform one specific task. It can become extremely good at that task, sometimes even better than humans, but it cannot operate outside the area it was trained for. For example, voice assistants, Netflix suggestions, face recognition, image generation tools, and Google Maps traffic prediction are all examples of narrow AI. Let me tell you the interesting fact about this AI. Well, this is the only type of AI we have right now. So yes, even the most advanced AI models created by OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, are actually still narrow AI. That means ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok, and Microsoft Copilot may look incredibly powerful, but they are still designed to perform specific tasks under human guidance. So, despite all the hype and excitement around modern AI, we are still living in the era of narrow AI. So, if everything we use today is still just narrow AI, so you might be wondering what more comes? The next level of AI called Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI, also known as strong AI. AGI would be a very different kind of AI from narrow AI, which designed to do a specific task. AGI not limited one task, but it could learn almost anything, adapt to new situations, and solve problems it has never seen before without new training. In simple terms, AGI would work more like a human. If it learned how to write, it could also learn how to drive, run a business, do scientific research, or even come up with completely new ideas without needing separate training for each task. It would learn from its mistakes and get better over time, completely by itself, just like we do. But here is the interesting fact. AGI does not exist yet right now. It's just a theoretical idea. And one of the biggest goals that AI companies are working hard to achieve this. So, if AGI sounds powerful, the next level takes things even further, right? Yes, this third type AI is called as Artificial Superintelligence, or ASI, also known as Super AI. If AGI is like a human-level mind, ASI would be like a mind far beyond human intelligence. We aren't just talking about a computer that is as smart as the world's best scientists or engineers. We are talking about something that is smarter than all of them combined. ASI could invent new medicines in seconds, solve complex global problems we've been stuck on for decades, and design breakthrough technologies we can't even imagine yet. It would think, learn, and make decisions at a speed humans simply can't touch. So, if simply say, narrow AI is a specialist, AGI is like human mind, and ASI would be like a super genius compared to the rest of us. Now, it may sound like a sci-fi movie. Well, for now it is. Superintelligence does not exist today. It's still just a theory, and it's one of the biggest and most heavily debated ideas about the future of technology. Now let's look at the second way to classify artificial intelligence, based on its functionality, or we can say how AI processes information, learns, and interacts with its environment. The first functionality-based type is called Reactive Machine AI. This is the simplest form of artificial intelligence and first stage to any AI system. A reactive machine takes an input, processes it, and immediately produces an output. That's it. It does not remember what happened before. It does not store past experiences. And it does not learn over time. In other words, it simply reacts to the current situation. Think of it like a calculator. You enter numbers, it gives you an answer. But it does not remember what you calculated yesterday. One of the famous examples for this AI is IBM Deep Blue, which defeated world chess champion Garry Kasparov in 1997. Another well-known example is Google AlphaGo, which mastered the game of Go by analyzing board positions and selecting the best move. So, in simple terms, Reactive Machine AI is like an AI with no memory. It looks at the current situation, makes a decision, and moves on. The next type is called Limited Memory AI. As the name suggests, this type of AI can remember some information for a limited period of time. Unlike reactive machines, which only look at the current situation, Limited memory AI can use past data and recent experiences to make better decisions. In simple terms, it has short-term memory. Think about Google Maps. When Google Maps predicts traffic, it does not only look at what is happening right now, it also analyzes recent traffic patterns, vehicle speeds, accidents, and road conditions to estimate the fastest route. Another great example is ChatGPT. During a conversation, it remembers your previous messages and uses that context to generate more relevant answers. So, in simple terms, limited memory AI is like an AI with short-term memory. It can look at what is happening right now, remember some of what happened before, and use both to make smarter decisions. And this is the most advanced functionality-based AI that we have today. The next type is called theory of mind AI. Now, this is where AI starts becoming more human-like. This type of AI would be able to understand human emotions, intentions, and beliefs. In other words, it would not just hear your words, it would understand how you feel. Think about Google Maps. If you are stuck in traffic and angrily say, "I'm going to be late," Google Maps does not care that you are stressed. It simply continues to show the same route and arrival time. But theory of mind AI would recognize your frustration, calm you down, and even offer to send a message saying you will be late. We can already see early signs of this with tools like ChatGPT, which can respond in a supportive and empathetic way. But current AI does not truly understand emotions yet. So in simple terms, theory of mind AI would be AI that can understand human thoughts and feelings. Researchers are working toward this, but it does not fully exist today. The final type is called self-aware AI. This is the most advanced and most theoretical form of artificial intelligence. If theory of mind AI can understand human emotions, self-aware AI would go one step further. It would not only understand humans, but it would also understand itself. In other words, it would be aware of its own existence. Just like humans know that they are alive and can think about their own thoughts and feelings, self-aware AI would be able to do the same. It could recognize its own internal state, form its own beliefs, develop goals, and potentially make decisions based on what it wants. At this point, we are stepping into the world of science fiction. No self-aware AI exists today, and scientists still debate whether this will ever be possible. So, in simple terms, self-aware AI would be an AI that has its own consciousness and awareness, much like a human mind. And with that, we've now covered all 7 types of AI, and only 3 of them actually exist today. There is still so much to learn and discover, but at least now we have a clear roadmap that helps us understand where we are today and how far we may go on our AI journey. Thanks for watching. See you in the next topic.